G'day, that's Slot Car Guy here, and welcome back to another slot car review, and it is BRM's BMW 2002 review, the Jägermeister livery, 124 scale. I'm seriously excited, and yes, still wearing my Garage 79 VW bus t-shirt. So stick around, full unboxing. What do we get in the box? Full hot lap. Let's do it. So welcome back to another slot car review, and a massive thank you to BRM for sending me these two cars. This is the second review I'm doing. It's the BMW 2002 in the Jaeger livery. I'm actually now really excited because I've never, prior to this, driven many 124 scale cars or reviewed them. So this is exciting. I can't wait to try this. And as always, Garage 79, thank you for sending the t-shirt. Australian, Melbourne-based company, please support them. But let's take a quick tour around the box. There's not much on this, so this will be very quick, and then we'll zoom in for a full teardown and a hot lap. So a beautiful, still a very beautiful looking box. We'll spin it around. I'll show you some similarities to the Revo boxes, because of course BRM is Revo's DNA. They use their components. And as you can see in this corner, you've got the Jägermeister livery logo showing you what car or livery this car is. So a very basic box. I do like their branding. It looks really cool. As I said, it's going to be very quick on the packaging side of things. So let's zoom in. What do you get in this box? Tear it down, let's weigh it, and then let's give this thing a race around my track. So let's jump straight into it. What do you receive when you purchase a BRM 124 scale BMW 2002 in the Jägermeister livery? Well, let's check it out together. I'll take the lid off. It's a cool little box. And I'll just lift it up and show you how you get it when you order this. It's got this really big piece of plastic that sort of covers the car, protecting it with this nice bit of cloth felt or similar to stop the roof from getting scratched. I really like that. Cool little touch. Let's take that off. Let's have a quick look at the car. I don't want to get too far into that because what an incredible looking slot car. So let's remove this first. And what do we get in this box? Alrighty. So I'll move the box out of the way. I think one of the most important things that BRM do, and also with the Revo cars, they give you this handout, this booklet. It's got the liveries that are available, also the product number of the cars. I think this is essential, and it's quite big. Yes, it's a big box, but it is quite big. So I like how easy to read, and it's got all the information you need. More importantly, the layout of your chassis. Parts and pieces are all itemized, telling you your spur and crown gears, what motor you're running, and it shows you the layout of the motor of the components on the chassis. Really good idea, and it's big. Anyone can read this. Really cool. And of course, another look at the liveries. Really good idea. On the back, optional spares and tires. A full shopping list there with a couple other options down the bottom. Awesome. Think that's great. If you need to order something, it's all there in front of you. Really good idea. Simple, great idea though. What else comes in this? I love stickers, and I think this might be a different sticker to the Camaro I reviewed. It's a big black and red BRM sticker. I love my stickers. That is really cool. Will I use it? I'm not too sure yet. This is seriously cool. I love trinkets. I love stickers. They've got this really cool, and I believe it's a keychain, BRM 2002 BMW keychain holder or fob. You can put that on your keys. Really cool. Exhaust pipes, you can put them on or take them off. Again, I love how you got the option to do so, and also some chrome side mirrors. Again, I won't fit those on because they will come off when I'm racing, but I like how they're in there and we can set them up. The only thing that's different that I've noticed in this box compared to the Camaro, there is no separate inserts for the rims, which, you know, no big deal. This is how this comes. Take a look at that. Now I'm going to go on a limb. I love BMWs, I love retro cars. This is easily in my top 10 favorite slot cars I've had in my hands. Absolutely stunning. But let's talk through it together. So 124 scale, we've got the driver, left-hand side. He looks to be complete. I can't see his booties, but it looks to be complete, sitting in a nice red bucket style seat, and he's hanging onto the steering wheel. I'll see if you can see that. You might not be able to. Paint job is incredible, and the decal finishes are immaculate. Now, let's just quickly take a note of the paint job itself. Love the two-tone effect. Orange roof, black bonnet with the sides that are matte black, and the black boot lid. Awesome livery design and really well executed with this beautiful bit of pinstriping, silver pinstriping down the side. I'm going to zoom right in on that. I'm blown away. This is a slot car. Full interior. Let's go into the front because I absolutely love the body kit they've done on this car. Yes, it's a race car. very minimalistic, no front bumper bars, this beautiful big splitter at the front. Really, really nicely done arched wide body kit, but it just looks classy. It looks realistic. It looks like the real thing. Yes, it's a physical item, but I just can't believe how well this looks. The bonnet, we've got the Jägermeister writing with their logo. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can't fault this. This is such a beautiful slot car. Around to the passenger side, and apologies for that little tab, because that's how you pull it out of the box. The exact same as the driver's side, but obviously the passenger side. See if we can get a bit more view of inside the car. Nice big roll cage in the back, big red roll cage, but it is a little bit tricky to see inside, apologies. There's only one seat in this car, and that's all you need. Around to the rear, again, very clean, no rear bumper. Yes, it's a race car. It's got a nice BMW logo on the rear boot. I'll try and get in on that. Some silver boot pins, really well done. Take a look at that. And again, the wide body kit just keeps on going down. Love it. Absolutely stunning slot car. Around back to the front, let's have a look at the windscreen wipers. They are also matte black. But all in all, a really well executed slot car. Can't wait to do the teardown. So, in saying that, let's do a quick teardown. Let's have a look inside the actual shell itself, take a look at the chassis, and then we'll take this thing for a spin around my track. Alrighty, so let's dive right into this teardown and start off by sizing up visually against this 132 scale Carrera slot car that I used in the previous video. This is a 124 scale BRM BMW 2002 and very close in size. The reason I think this is good, if you are a 132 racer, and this car in real world is a smaller car to the Camaro, so obviously it's going to be a smaller car, this might be a nice jump up from 132 if you are just getting into 124. That Camaro was epic though, so this might be a nice little step up. So there's the visual. Also, let's weigh them both, because I did use the exact same car in the last review, and the 132 scale slot car by Carrera weighed in at 107 to 108. Let's double check that. And of course, 107 to 108, it does fluctuate. Now the Camaro weighed in at 188, so let's see how the BMW goes. And this is weighing in at around 140 to 141 grams. So of course, smaller, lighter, it's a tighter package. Now, let's bring in the star of the show. Let's take the shell off the chassis and let's have a closer look at the shell. But before we do so, let's give that a quick weigh and see what that comes in at. And the shell weighs 54 grams. So there you go. Now let's dive into it and let's have a look at the internals of the shell. And exactly like the Camaro, there is no active lights. Plenty of room in there if you want to run your own. If you've got the skill to do so, I think you should. Plenty of room front and rear for a wires to run for your digital chip or whatever you want to do. 124 scale, it gives you a lot more room to play with. I may have missed this on the Camaro, but this little section at the back is really cool on the BMW. It's got the indent for the what appears to be the spare tyre well, and also the fuel tank. Here's your locator bumpers, screw holes for your shell meets chassis, and I like how they got like a rubber grommet style, because that may take out some of the body roll. I don't know. I don't know what their intentions were, but that's what that probably could do. And also a nice big size cockpit in there, because you've got the big 124 scale figure. Now let's bring in the star of the show, the chassis. Before we look at it, let's weigh it. And what are we weighing at? And the chassis weighs at 86 grams. And it is a smaller package. This, for a 124 scale car compared to the Camaro, is definitely a smaller package. So really, really cool. Now let's take a closer look. And this is very similar to the Camaro, but a lot shorter. If you do have BRM and Revo slot cars, this will be very familiar, the chassis layout, but let's talk through it together. Two-piece aluminium chassis with a floating section, and that is adjustable by all these locator screws. Also, there's some locator screws on the engine mount itself, obviously to take it in and out and to loosen if you want to. Let's have a quick look at the guide. Big fan of these guides. I'm a guide fan, and some guides are absolutely junk. I think these are quite good. For you scaletric track races, I think this will be okay. It is very narrow. Yes, it's long and it's quite deep, but it's very narrow. The size of the car might be an issue, but I think you'll find that this guide will be fine on your track. Let me know in the comments if it isn't. Carrera and wood races, perfect. Of course, I'm using Carrera track. That guide is phenomenal. We've got ourselves an angle winder here. It is a different motor to the Camaro, and this is the electric short can BRM Blue motor at 19,000 RPM. So it's smaller and less on power, but this car is smaller than the Camaro. So I like how they stamped it. Of course, I'm a stickler on the stamp, and they definitely stamped the motor. Now, what pinion and spur gear are we running? The pinion, we are running a 12-tooth nylon pinion, and the spur gear, we are running a 33-tooth. So if you have a ratio chart on you, you can figure that out on what you're running. One of the major differences I found with this chassis compared to the Camaro, we don't have a full through axle on the front. They stop at, let's call it the aluminium hubs, or the aluminium, whatever they may be, I actually don't say what they are, to be honest. They're your front axle holders, sorry, and it's called a separate axle camber. That's what they're called in the book. Analyzed blue, bearings inside, but that's the main difference I've seen from the Camaro compared to the BMW. The rear is very similar. We've got a full axle, bearings in the rear center, rear setup. We've got obviously 4x aluminium hubs, which are adjustable by Allen screw little nuts. And the major other difference I've found is the treaded tyres are no longer on this car. We've got slicks. Will that make a difference? Well, I don't know. But beautiful. Now let's have a quick, I didn't take any time before. Look at these beautiful, looks like rotor style rims. And the reason I'm liking 124 is everything is bigger. Did I say bigger is better? I don't know, but I love it. Lots of anodized stuff, lots of aluminium on this. Quality, quality, quality. If the Camaro is anything to go off, I'm gonna have a blast at running this around my track. But can I beat the 1333 the Camaro did? Let's find out. Let's throw this thing around my track.
.70 seconds. .06 seconds. .96 seconds.
So how did BRM's BMW 2002 perform around my track? This little legend did a 1663, which is slower than the Camaro. But again, I'm super surprised. This is factory fresh, straight from the box to the track with no setup done at all. These things perform really well in my hands. So in your hands, if you're a 124 scale racer, I think you'd smash my time. So I will be putting some time and effort into this car. Now, BRM, a massive thank you to them. I'm not paid by them at all. They knew this was going to be an honest review, and both cars, I'm speechless. Do I recommend BRM? Well, BRM Riva, let's say both of them. Of course I do. The amount of time and effort they must put into these chassis, the shells and the setup, even the design, your money is well spent and well earned. I cannot believe how well these cars are set up. Plus, they're slot cars. It's 2021. We're so lucky in this era of slot cars. This thing's a car model. So definitely recommend BRM. Do I recommend 124 scale? This is probably a two-part recommendation. Definitely, if you don't have 124 scale in your collection, you need one. Whether it's BRM or another company, definitely try a 124 scale car. If it's not for you, you'll know straight away. The second part of that recommendation is if you are jumping up from 132, I recommend a model like this chassis, this shell, this shape. It is a smaller size 124 scale car. The Camaro is massive, which I absolutely love the Camaro, but the Alpha, the BMW, or the Mini will be a really good step up from 132 because it's not that epic size. Definitely bigger, but of course, highly recommend it. I'm converted. I will be getting more 124 scale cars. And another thing I didn't touch base on the BRM chassis, they've even done a notch out for the exhaust. I mean, again, Quality, quality, quality. So thank you, BRM. Thank you, Andrew Lehman, for getting him to me. He's the Australian distributor of these cars. If you're buying BRM in Australia, you should thank him. Of course, Garage 79, thank you for the t-shirt. Support him. A Melbourne-based Australian company. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I've had a blast. What's next? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. What should I review next? Which company should I reach out to? Let me know in the comments. At that slot car guy on Instagram. Happy to chat anytime I can on there. But thanks for watching. Thank you to my subscribers. The channel is going really well. I appreciate the support. But I'm out of here. Take care. Ciao.